Hey everyone, I'm Samyak Agarkar and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about whether you can say no. What is this guy talking about? Whether you can say no or not? I mean, it is so imperative. It is so easy to say no. Is it really? And I can explore this topic in various fields, maybe on a psychological level, on personal level. But what I'm going to focus on in this video is the business aspect of it. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're working on a startup, if you have a big business already, it relates to all of these things, and we are going to talk about that. I have had experiences. I, of course, work on my own startup, Agarkar Media, as you can see here, and it is not a segue to the services that I provide, but just the experiences that I have had in the last 2 or 3 years or so. And I've worked with various clients. I've talked to various potential customers, and one thing I understood during the conversations is people really struggle to say no when they are in business, and I don't understand why it is so difficult for the people in the businesses to say no to the service providers to say. And I don't understand why it is so difficult, but I'm just going to share with you 2 prominent instances. These are not the only instances that I have had where I felt that the client could have easily said no, but these are the 2 prominent instances where I felt that it was much easier to say no for them to me and just end up the topic. I mean, there's no further discussions involved. The problem with not saying no is you unnecessarily put up the false expectations in front of the person whom you are talking with, and that just hurts. I mean, somewhere down the line, when the person is talking with you, when the potential client is talking with you, or maybe the client is talking with you, and they are struggling to say no, you kind of understand that they want to work with you but they don't want to work with you, and it is just a mess. And this really hurts. And at a very starting point, where I mean, Agarkar Media is a very new business. It is not very established one, and I'm still learning things, how to talk with people, how to absorb the negative aspects of it and stuff like that. But it really becomes very easy if the client could or should say no directly. I'm just going to share you 2 prominent instances, and let's start with the first one. Of course, this video is going to be very, very exciting for me, because both the customers, both the potential client, one is potential client, one is customer, or the potential the client that I had worked with, and both of them are in my contact lists, and they are somewhere down the line watch this video, and let's see if they can figure out I'm talking about them. But I'm not of course taking any names or stuff like that, so no one in the world knows whom I'm talking about, but only I and the customer and the potential customer knows that I'm talking about them. So it is going to be very funny for and exciting as well as funny for me to share these experiences with the world. But the only reason I want to share these experiences with you guys is to you can learn a few steps, a few things from here, and just you can accommodate these changes and the mindset that involves with all these experiences, right? So let's start with the first one. This was let's talk a bit about the potential customer that I have had. So there's this customer who came to me for a website. We had great talks for months. We were talking about how to build the website for him. He wanted a personal website, but he wanted a very big brand name for himself, and he is still in a position where he can just create a brand around his name, but he wanted a good website. And I came across to him through some mutual friends, and we had a great talk about how to build the business or how to build the website for him. For months we talked about it. Just one day he randomly calls me and says that, hey, I'm just having this different thing in my life, and I'm just going there. And just he started explaining about all the things that he would be doing in the next project that he would be investing his time, entire time on. And for 1 hour he just went on just talking about it, how he is going to work on the different project. and I am sitting here listening to all of it and not understanding why this person is, explaining all those stuff to me. This thing does not relate to me. This thing I have nothing to do with. Whether he does the project well, whether he does the project not so well, it is not going to affect me. It is not even related to my field or the things that I like. So why is this person talking, explaining me all those stuffs about what this big next project of him is going to be? I had no idea. But somewhere in the middle of the conversation, I figured that this person is just trying to convey that, hey, I won't have the financial, infrastructure to just invest on the website that we're going to build. This is, but still it was like, just because he did not tell it to me directly, and it was, and so I was not really, having this firm decision where I could have just directly told him that, hey, this is, I understand, and you just should be focusing on the other project. Let's get the website done after some time, right? So this I wanted to say, where maybe next time someone comes up with me with this kind of a reasoning, maybe I would be able to say that. But that was the first time when it happened with me, where this person is just explaining all the stuff about the other project that he's gonna do, and just not able to say to me directly that, hey, this is not the right time for us to work together. I'm just going to work on this different project for indefinite amount of time, and I cannot allocate the money for the website that we are going to build. That was so easy for him to say. It would have been so easy for him to say, but he did not. And we talked for hours, 1 hour or so, and he just still at the end of the call itself, he just could not tell me that no, we cannot work. That was just so simple. It would have, maybe I don't know why he did so. Maybe he felt the guilt of saying no. I don't understand why. But as a client, or as a business, or as a business person, or as a startup person, you just want to hear the words in a clear terms, right? If it is yes, it is yes. If it is no, it is no. The gray area is really very dangerous, because it just brings up the false hopes in you. It just messes up with your brain entirely. You don't understand what this person in front of you is trying to talk about, and that just messes up the entire thing. This is the first experience and first prominent experience with a potential customer that I have had, where I had to, just understand that this person wants to say no, but he is struggling to say no. That was one. I'll just share the other experience as well, and then we'll talk about what are the possible solutions for this, and what you guys, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are in a business field, what you can learn from this. The other experience that I have, and it is the most, again, prominent experience from the client's side, right? Even other clients have said no to me. Like, it is very easy. We worked on for like 1 or 2 months, and then someone comes up to me and just say, no, this is all we could have worked with. Maybe next time we'll do, but right now it is the end of story, right? These clients I have had, and it is very easy to follow through. Now, this one client is very interesting. He could not again say no, and he struggled to say no in a very dubious manner. I don't understand why it was so difficult for him to say no, and I'll just share the experience now. For this person, it was about digital marketing, and at Agarkar Media we provide digital marketing as well. So, and this was last year, and the timing was really very interesting. The timing was just after the unlock had happened, right? So India was under the complete lockdown, and just the unlock had happened, and there I approached this client, potential customer, to I approached him, and we decided on to go with the digital marketing for his business. Now, again, I already told him that this is going to be a long-term thing, right? Digital marketing is not something that you can do it just once and you will get the all the customers with you and you'll grow in just 1 month. It is not like that. You have to be continuously working onto it for long period of time. Only then you will see the results. But still, he had all the pages set up, he had all the digital marketing things set up, all the accounts set up, but the previous the previous service provider he worked with did not have, maybe I don't know why he had not worked that well on the this business's social media accounts, but it was a real mess. Nothing was seriously perfectly done, and everything was just mess. Now I come in the first month itself, we go from 0 calls from any social media to 20 to 25 calls from the social media. And that was really, and this is again, understand that this is the time of unlock. This was the time when the markets was completely down. There was no supply demand change. The entire thing was just completely going haywire, and at that point of time you are getting 25 calls, and you come from a 0 calls for the entire year to 25 calls in just 1 month, because I'm just doing the digital marketing for them. And this is like, you cannot expect anything more in the first month, right? This is what it is. And at the amount of budget that we were spending on it, it was like very generous. Even I was surprised to see the amount of growth that I could do, I could get for the client. Right now, fast forward to 2 months later, I still wanted to work with them. I don't know what was happening with them. The client calls me and asks me how to do digital marketing. I mean, he wanted to learn from me, and I am like, this is not something where your expertise lies. So don't even try. Please leave it to the experts. I am doing it for you, and you're getting the results. Let's not mess around, and you'll get all the things wrong, and it will be very difficult for you to even manage. Because I have seen this client not even sharing his own posts on Facebook. Right, he could not even he did not even, I don't know whether he could or could not, but he did not even share his own business's posts on his Facebook accounts. And this guy is coming up to me and asking me to teach me digital marketing. I want to understand everything, and just go ahead. And of course, I did not want to let him know, because there were two sides to it. I knew that he's not going to be able to do. The other side was it that I did not want to lose the client. Right, I did not want to lose the monthly service payment that I was getting. But anyways, he says, now when the month had just ended, and this is what I do normally, that at the end of the month I just compile all the results and analyze all the results from all the social media accounts, and they just present it to the client, so that client can understand in simple terms what his brand was before and what has been done in 1 month. Right, the entire month's complete analysis I give to the client, so that they can understand. I give the for the second month, I give this analysis page to the client, and I ask him that, okay, this was it for this month. Get the payments done for the third month, and I'll just till then I'll be working on the social media accounts, because I won't be spending anything, but I'll still be putting up the posts and graphics and infographics and stuff like that. Now this went on for 20 days. I worked on for it for 20 days. In somewhere around 10 days or so, I called him. I messaged him on WhatsApp that the payment is still pending, and he said, yes, I'll be giving it to you, don't worry about it. Now after 10 more days, that is 20 days in complete, I understood that this person is not going to pay me at all. Right, so I stopped working on it. And this was the thing where I wanted him to just come to me and say that I don't want to work with you, and we are just ending it here. Let's not work with it, because there is no point in me working on it and not spending it. Digital marketing without spending money is nothing. It is useless. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these things are not going to promote your stuff just by freely. Without spending money, this digital marketing is really just nothing. Maybe something if goes viral, then that might be the case, but I knew that this business had nothing to go viral. It was very plain simple bricks and mortar business, but not bricks and mortar business. It was a shop. Okay, let's not talk about it. But anyways, it was a shop, and I knew it is nothing very creative that I can do with it. I had to go with the base level digital marketing stuff, and this person, the client, struggles to say no. He just cannot come up to me and say, no, I won't be paying you for this month. Please let's end it for this month, maybe later, but not for this month. It was so easy. It would have been so easy for this client to just say no. And the problem here is, I mean, now these are the two prominent experiences that I shared with you. Now the problem with both of this is, saying no for the first client, the potential client, was the problem arised for me was I was getting a false hope that I am going to get this client and I'm going to get the complete project and I'm going to work on it and I'm going to make profits. That was the false hope that I was just working on with. For the second part, the second experience that I have shared, the problem here was, just because he said the client was not able to say no, I was still working on it. I invested my time and resources onto his business and did not get paid for it. Maybe this could have been the case that I could have completely just stopped. This is the end of month. If I don't get payments, I won't be working at all. But I tried to stay a little bit generous because I knew that this was the time where no one was making that amount of money that I was even asking for. So I knew that it might just be difficult for the client to pay me, and so I just get onto the generous part of it, and I just said, okay, I'll work on it for a few days, get the payments done, and it will be fine, because I did not knew, or I did not even understand that this guy does not want to pay me anymore. So there I invested my time, I invested my resources, and I did not get paid for it, just because one thing, that the client was not able to say no. Now, should I have just cut off the thing at when he did not pay? This is the end of month, I won't be working unless I get paid. Maybe, but sometimes we are a very social being, right? Even if it is business, we are a social being. You tend to be generous. You tend to be a little bit generous to your customers, so that you just make up the relations, right? You don't want to hurt the relations. You don't want to hurt the friendships or the customer client thing that you are going on between you. You don't want to hurt that, and that's why sometimes you have to be generous. So the only problem there was that this person could not say no to me, and it was just really, really, really sad part. So this is what the solution for not saying no is. This is the solution. We'll be talking about the solutions. If you don't want to work with someone, please go ahead and explain the things. There is nothing wrong with saying no. I understand that you might feel a little bit guilty about saying no. Maybe you have had discussions about it. Maybe you have had great talks about it, and now you don't want to hurt the other person, right? Maybe that is one of the reasons where you don't want to say no. But if that is the case, please do understand, saying no would be much easier for you as well as for the service provider you are working with, for other business persons that you are working with. Saying no is difficult. It might hurt, but in the long term it is not going to hurt that much. And again, rather than bringing up the false hopes, saying no directly is very, very easy. Explain your stuff, that hey, these are the problems I am working on different project. I don't have money to allocate on this project that we were going to work on, so I am not going to spend anything on it, sorry. This is it, really, this is it. If you are in the second experience kind of client part, just say it. I don't have money. I have not made enough money to pay you for this month. Let's stop it for this month. Maybe when I get around where I feel that I should be investing in you again, I'll just call you up. This is going to be very easy for the potential customers to just say to you. Now, as a business person, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are working on in your own startup, if you are a freelancer, this is what you need to understand also. Understand, people cannot say no. People do struggle to say no. You will have to read between the lines. This is really very, whatever I might say that business people should understand to say no, but still there will be people, you will come across people who will struggle to say no, and this is your job to understand that this person is trying to say no and is still struggling to say no, just come up with your own words. You just can just confront in a very generous manner. Not, I'm not saying that fight with the client, but in a very generous manner, you just can come up to your customer or potential customer and just say, I do understand what are your problems. I do understand, and I feel that you cannot allocate the time or resources or money financially to go ahead with the project that we are just planning to go ahead with. Let's stop it. Do one thing. Whenever you feel comfortable, just call me up. We'll go ahead with it. We will go ahead with it again. It is going to be very easy if you, as a business person, as a freelancer, you just say these things to your the potential customers or customers. So I think this is it for this video. One, learn to say no. The other thing, understand that people are going to struggle to say no. You have to read between the lines. Just understand, if someone wants to work with you, he'll move ahead with working with you no matter what. If he does not want to work with you, he'll make all kinds of problems. He'll try to explain you stuff. He'll try to come up with random things and just try to explain it to you and still not be able to tell no to you. You have to understand that, and you have to work along with that, right? So that is it for this video. If you want to know about business stuff, more such like this, please do follow this YouTube channel. We are going to talk about this. If you want to get this same video in Hindi, the link will be down in the description below for the Hindi video as well for this video. Share this video with the people you are working with, maybe your potential customers, maybe your friends who are in business backgrounds. Maybe they'll find some help with this video. So, and again, just a last one segue to the brand that I'm wearing, Agarkar Media. If you have anything related to brand designing, brand strategy, digital marketing, websites, VFX, 3D designs, 2D designs, you can feel free to contact me. For now, comment section would be the best thing to contact me. Somewhere down the lane, I'll be coming up with the website. The website is still under progress, and it is going to be a heck of a website again. So yeah, that is it for this video. See you guys in the next video. Till then, keep smiling and keep learning.